They always trick black people to come somewhere to arrest them. They call it a sting, I think. We're, before I get to do what I'm going to do, I'll talk to you for a little bit because, I don't know, white folks just went crazy. I don't know if you've seen Planet of the Apes. White people are on drugs, trust me. If you've seen it, it's a little scary, isn't it? But the little prostitute ape looks like Joan Rivers. That made me laugh. Didn't she? She looked just like Joan Rivers with all that facial, surgery. It was very, very funny. And of course, all the light-skinned gorillas are smart. And the dark, big black ones are dummies. It's a very strange movie. Very, very strange. And another funny thing about it is the real monkey, there's a chimpanzee that's a monkey. And everybody who's a fake gorilla and a monkey beat up the real one. I thought that they gave him a Rodney King ass whooping. I thought that was very funny. He said all the fake monkeys are jumping on the real monkey. That was funny to me. And then of course the light-skinned sexy monkey was Halle Berry. I picked up on all of it. I said, this is, and the little boy Marky Mark or whatever his name, he's on the planet for 3 days and he doesn't grow a beard. That's stupid. And then in this version, I like the original version because the white people didn't talk. They talk in this version, people on the planet. In the original, they didn't talk. It was my kind of movie. White people who couldn't talk. What a wonderful world. White people who can't talk, it's a better world. They just, And they had some little cute little white woman. Her name was Nova, if you remember the original, Nova. And she finally spoke. She said, Taylor, and they shot her. I said, this is my kind of film. They don't talk, and if they do talk, shoot them. I've seen that at least 100 times. Because I liked it, but this other stuff is. And then at the end of it, he goes back in the time, he doesn't go back to his time, and they have Abraham Lincoln sitting up there, and they said, in behind, they go, Abraham Lincoln, because he's a gorilla, freed the humans. Now, I don't know what white folks was thinking of. I don't know if they were making fun of us that Lincoln freed the monkeys. I don't know where, they come up with their jokes. They can be subtle. So I was going, this is weird. And I don't know how they got away with it. And the reviewers, that's why you look, they never reviewed it, never said anything about it. They acted like they didn't see it. Here's Abraham Lincoln. He freed the humans. What does that mean? That he freed the monkeys? I don't get it. But they were making fun of us? I don't know. But anyway, it was a stupid movie. But I'm more concerned with my film, I sold to Paramount. It's The Last White Man on Earth. I'm real excited about it. And there won't be a sequel. We catch him. But anyway, there's a lot of violence in it. We beat up Whoopi Goldberg and Diana Ross. Where is he? Where is he? We seen you with him. Where is he? So we beat them. But I don't know. We're just living in real strange times. I mean, they've been looking for this little Jewish girl in Washington. The one that's missing, which is scary. Because for my feelings, I just think she was pregnant. I just think it was her body that was a problem. Because they could have had her set up as murdered, raped, killed, all this stuff. But her body, she'll never be found. Because she was pregnant by Congressman serial killer. And you notice that white people have the complexion for the protection. They're always protected. When white people do dirt, there are excuses. They were molested as children. They were loners. They were a nerd. This is all you hear. Whenever white people get in trouble, that's what you keep hearing. Reasons why they're crazy. Black folks, niggas are just crazy niggas. But white people, there's an excuse for them. And this one white man they had on death row, every day was an excuse. They couldn't kill that white man. He has a cold, we can't do it today. It may have been a mistrial. Now, this man has admitted just blowing up children, women and children. The white people tried their best not to kill that white man. They just can't bring themselves to do it. They were marching, lighting candles, singing, it's against God, we've got to save him. Let there be somebody black on death row. This is what they do with the candle. No, this is reality. And that's why I'm having this love affair with the Chinese people. I am into Chinese people. Every time I see the Chinese, I kiss them. They're not as scared of white folks. I finally found a race that are not afraid of white people. I love the Chinese. They didn't give a damn. They weren't giving that plane up. They finally sent it back in little Chinese puzzle pieces. But the white folks was over there all up in their face, you know, we want the plane back and talking all that stuff. They even sent that black man, Powell, they sent him over there. They told him, he said, wait a minute, nigga, wait, I just admitted. The last nigga over here up in our face, we put on a box of rice. You better go on back to Washington.
Hey, give me a second. I'm still posting some shit, so give me like 1 or 2 minutes. We'll be right back. Almost. Let me see. Palmer what you talking about real quick.
And trying to get the plane back. Trying to get the plane back. It's like telling those Chinese people, eat with a fork. It's a brilliant idea, but it's never going to happen.
That's funny.
Because they don't care. They sent the British, didn't they? They sent after that lease was up, they made the British leave. They put them on a slow boat from China. They said, no, you've got to go home. And then they brought their army out. You saw the news? Don't start no shit, it won't be none. That's why I love the Chinese. Them little Chinamans don't care. And don't let them fool you. They didn't invent rice because rice came from Africa. Like, a lot of stuff comes from Africa. They always tell lies and say, you know, they find everything there, but they lie about it. Just like there's niggas on Mars. They found this face up there. Big lips and wide nose and tried to hide it and said, it's just a rock. No, it's a picture of a nigga. So, niggas, we've been to Mars. So you know you can find us everywhere. But white folks don't want us places they've never been.
That's funny.
It's just a rock. No, it's us. Because you know they will, when we do things, they will change history and lie. The pyramids, ask white folks who built them. Space people, Martians, chickens, anybody but us. We built the pyramids. We built them so good we forgot how we built them.
So good.
That's how good we are, shit. But they try to change. They do. They try to change stuff when we're involved. They over there digging, and they always finding fossils. They found one Lucy that looked just like Whoopi Goldberg. Then they just found another one. And they always finding us when they digging. They're just digging in Sweden and digging in Germany. They can't find nothing old. But they find us, don't they? Only thing white folks got old is Bob Hope. What is he? 97?
Bob Hope.
And he's seen the light 2 or 3 times. He refuses to go. Because Bob Hope is 10 minutes older than dirt. He is. I saw him the other night. It's just Bob now. All the hope is gone.
All the hope is gone.
Because black don't crack. I'm sorry. You can't. You have to look at a nigga's ankles. Let me see your ankles. Because black don't. Look at Lena Horne. 80 what? 87, 88. She looks 48. Black does not crack. White folks are cute up till about 30.
Damn.
And then it's a nightmare on Elm Street.
That's funny. Hold on.
No, because they get.
That's funny. So white folks are cute up until 30, and then there's a nightmare on Elm Street. Hey, that's funny. I'll be right back. You gotta, shit. Hold on, man. I gotta be right. Hey. Alright. I'm back.
3 times he refuses to go. Because Bob Hope is 10 minutes older than Dirt. He is. I saw him the other night. It's just Bob now. All the hope is gone. Because black don't crack. I'm sorry. You can't. You have to look at a nigga's ankles. 3 times he refuses to go.
What is it about the ankles?
Because Bob Hope is 10 minutes older than Dirt. He is. I saw him the other night. It's just Bob now. All the hope is gone. Because black don't crack. I'm sorry. You can't. You have to look at a nigga's ankles. Let me see your ankles. Because black don't. Look at Lena Horne. 80 what? 87, 88. She looks 48. Black does not crack. White folks are cute up till about 30. And then it's a nightmare on Elm Street. No, because they get crow's feet, chicken feet, pigeon feet, turkey feet. Everybody feet's in the white person's face. I'm just being real. It is. I'm sorry, white folks. You don't have longevity. Look at Liz Taylor. Liz Taylor was so pretty.
That's funny.
And she was English. She's a freak of nature because the English are not cute. Let's be real, kids. The English are not attractive. They're not. Look at the Queen. Now, I'm serious. If she's the Queen, what the hell does the witch look like? Come on, Queen. I don't care. Y'all can look crazy. Queen Elizabeth is ugly. Her mama's ugly. Her son is ugly. His girlfriend's ugly. They all are some ugly folks. That's why they killed Lady Di. They were so jealous of her because she was cute. She brought beauty to that family. They hated her.
Right.
As soon as she was at supposed accidents, which I think the Queen had her killed because she was sleeping with nigga Egyptians and kissing on African babies. She had to go. But
Nigga Egyptian
no,
African
I'm being
babies.
real. And they never had an autopsy. Anybody with that kind of high profile, you don't take it for granted that they died like that. You find out what actually killed. A pygmy spear could have killed. They don't know. A blowgun, they don't know what killed her. He ran to get that body, didn't he? Prince Charles, he didn't want it when she was alive. He broke his neck getting it when she was dead because he knew his mammy had her killed.
I knew it.
Oh, ugly thing. Because I can't make this up. The Queen said, get the jury. Now, that's a cold woman. Get the jury. That's all she was interested in. And the world was in love with Lady Di. The whole world. Flowers came from everywhere. And what's that old nun that died the same week? She should have held on for another week. Mother Teresa. She should have held on. Because nobody cared. They didn't. They only cared about Lady Di. Lady Di. Mother Teresa said, oh, I don't care about that old woman. Lady Di. Lady Di. The whole world. You know that. They were like, Lady Di. They didn't care about that. You know Mother Teresa must have been sent straight to hell. Because I know she went to heaven cursing. Come on, all that praying, all that hard work, when she got up there, she was jealous. She saw Lady Di. I want a halo big as hers. This is not a halo. That's a steering wheel. But anyway, listen. I take it back. I take it back. I take it back. I take it back.
Aw, come on.
That white man is so funny. He got up, had to go shake. He had to get up and shake hands with niggas. Yes, it's fine. I'm so glad to be here. You're not gonna eat me, are you? You're my friend, aren't you? He's funny. He has to get out of here. Look, he's gone. Look at him. Look. It was the Queen Elizabeth being ugly. He's probably English. But listen, it's so funny. I'm so used to it. Anyway, look, I don't want to. Look, white man, don't be offended. My parents are white. Please relax. Anyway, it's a very funny world they live in. Did any of you black people happen to see
It's a very funny world they live in.
Oh my God, what's up with Aretha? She is big as a duplex. No, she's huge. Aretha's on some eating binge. And I'm talking about big old titties, just titties for everybody. I was watching her on a 19-inch TV set, and I had to go next door to my neighbor's 24-inch TV set to see both titties. It's huge titties. She's huge. Remember when Aretha was the queen of soul? Remember?
Yeah, huge.
She's the queen of soul food now. Remember when Aretha was basic? She wanted respect. She don't want respect. Nigga, can you cook? I want some cake. You got some biscuits. You got some grits. You got some turkey. You got some eggs. You got some chicken. You got some barbecue. You give me no damn respect. I want some food. Do you know the pizza man? Aretha want food. And there comes a time in your life when your weight, you're so big, you cannot wear feathers. Big folks can't wear feathers. Who dresses Aretha Franklin? Big Bird? Does Stevie Wonder get her wardrobe? Stevie, pass me that dress. Come on, does she have a mirror at home? And she keeps thinking she can. You're funny. You're watching them and not me. That's very funny. That's why the white man kills me. He's watching you guys. So he's going, no, I saw your eyes. He's going, he has some strange power over his people. He's trying to figure out what's making you laugh and what kind of power I have. If I was Robin Williams, he would never look at the audience.
Right.
Because it's just funny. You know, Robin says things about niggas that say axe into the ass. They'll never stare at the white audience. He was staring. That's why I love my white folks. They are interesting. Anyway, look. And I caught him, and he can't deny it. I saw his eyes. He was watching you guys. Watching your reaction to me. Seeing how dangerous I am.
Right.
You'll be at my trial. I was there. I watched him all your life.
What the fuck is invalid about
It's
that?
very dangerous. Get him off stage. Get him off. I want Bill Cosby. I want Bill. Bill's a good nigga. He never says nigger. Bill. I want Chris Rock, Chris Tucker, Crisco, any of those Crisco niggas. So that black scarf on and that Shaka Zulu attitude. But anyway, back to Aretha. She's too much for me and still trying to wear Tony Braxton's dresses. Aretha, honey, you can't wear Tony's dress. That's a leg warmer for you, baby.
That's a leg warmer for you.
And I didn't know Aretha was just ghetto. I didn't know she was ghetto. They did a close-up of Aretha's mouth, no teeth.
No teeth.
No, she didn't have no teeth, did she? I said, Aretha, spend some of that platinum money. Get some teeth, baby. You can't sing opera with no teeth. That isn't done. Just ain't got no teeth. Wasn't that scary? But she ain't by herself. And then there was Janet Jackson's special. And Janet always thought, because she was a Jackson, she was kind of kooky. Because, you know, they're kind of kooky.
Yeah.
Then I figured her out. She's a druggie. I'm sorry. She's too spacey. Janet's on some kind of drug. She's too spacey. You know, I mean, I'm bringing it to you guys. I won't mention no names.
Yeah.
But remember, it's a singer. Remember somebody when they first came out? They were sophisticated, pretty, demure. Remember? They got into them drugs. They're not like that now. I won't mention no names. I just do a little imitation of him.
Carey.
Yeah, we gonna sing a song back at you. Ow! And you know who I'm talking about. Don't drugs change you? They will get into those drugs, and white folks know how to cover for them too. With your
White
girl
folks
Mariah
know
Carey,
cover.
you know, she had to
Right,
respect
there
that
you go.
code name for crackhead. But anyway, look. But Janice is special was too much of me. And then that brother, here comes Michael. Oh my God, it was so scary. The Phantom of the Nigger Opera. That boy has ruined his face.
Oh no, it's
Trying
talking
to
about
be under the
Michael.
illusion of inclusion. When he dies and goes to heaven, God won't recognize him.
I won't recognize
St. Peter,
Michael.
who is that? God, that's one of the Jacksons. That's Michael, the one. That's not the face I gave Michael
That's
Jackson.
not the face I gave that
What
nigga,
has
man.
he done to, for God's sake? Oh, I'm God. But look. Something's wrong with that boy, and he's sick and he's stupid. He's dumb.
He's sick and he's
Does
stupid.
Michael really think those
dumb.
little white babies are his? Have you seen them
He
white
said-
babies? Those little white ass babies are not Michael's.
He said, "You think
There's
the white
nothing
babies is
African,
his?"
half African about them little white ass babies. Come
Oh,
on,
shit,
Michael.
Paul Mooney
Because they
gonna
put a
go
glove
in.
on the baby?
They put a
I
on the
could put a
baby.
glove on this turtle. This your turtle, nigga?
Shit,
I knew when he said Liz Taylor was his mama, I knew then there was something wrong with that.
right?
That white woman is not your mother, Michael. Poor beautiful Liz, a freak of nature, English, but pretty. Liz was drop dead gorgeous. Just overnight she broke, overnight.
Can't you shoot that?
Liz is like a hag now. What happened to Liz? Liz looked like Roseanne Barr. What happened to
Ish.
Elizabeth Taylor? I don't know. It's the truth. That woman looked like sheep shit in shallow water. Something happened
Deep shit in shallow water.
overnight. And I mean, she catches pneumonia every 2 seconds. They always rush her into the hospital. Poor Liz. Poor cursed Liz. It's falling apart. It's all about glue and Band-Aids now. It's so sad. They rushed her to the hospital this evening. They knew it was Liz. They found her foot in the middle of the highway. They said, Liz is falling apart. This has to be her foot. And a bottle of white diamonds was laying right next to her.
The white diamond.
I said, this is her perfume. This must be her foot.
It's her perfume.
Because Liz can sell that perfume, can't she? Oh, she can sell that perfume. Gone, Liz. And who else I have to talk about, too? It's just Janice's thing. It's all just so sad. And then Bush is on TV talking about sales and clones. And, come on, white folks get the mouse and stuff. They've done it already. They got some people clone folks in basements somewhere. They've already done that. The white people don't fool me. When they come telling you about it, it's old. This ain't
Right.
new. Talking about a sheep. All that stuff is just to keep us in the dark. They didn't did all that stuff. I can't wait till they clone a nigga and he get away.
He get away.
It's gonna be in the news. White folks gonna be scared. A clone nigger escaped. Catch him before he multiplies. He could be any nigger.
Oh shit. That nigga funny as hell, boy.
That sounds like a
Okay.
BET movie. A clone
BET
nigger that
movie.
escaped. A BET special. I was at something and they put the camera on me. They know this is dangerous. Paul, BET's owned by white people. What do you think? I said, what is it a thing? Yeah, it's owned by white folks. Like we used to be.
Like we used
They
to.
shut down all the cameras. Thank you. Every time I talk, they shut the cameras down.
That's funny.
Academy Awards,
Oh,
Academy.
great.
Paul, who do you think should win the Academy Awards? I said, I don't care what white person wins.
Hey, better stop asking you questions.
My grandmother died when she was 87. I sure miss her because she never went to school, but she said some stuff that used to just kill me. She said, a dog that will bring a bone or take one. Birds
Right.
fly high, but they got to come to the ground to get water. Now, that's some stuff that make a lot of sense.
Right?
Said, people always think the grass is green on the other side. She said, but remember what they're putting on that grass to keep it green.
Right?
So she used to say some stuff. And the women in my family stay out late, stay out 2 nights. She would get on their ass. She was on them. They come home, dumb. She said, call them dumb bitch. Said, you dumb bitch. Don't you know a wet pussy and a dry purse don't go together?
Right? Exactly. Hey, man. Wet pussy, dry purse don't go together. You know what I'm saying?
Very, very funny stuff. Bush.
I be trying to tell people that shit all the time.
366. He's the devil. He is. He is the devil. You can see the way he talks. He's just talking and it's about nothing. Yes, just a running that mouth. And all of them getting that trouble sexually. And then we had a perfect record. And then messy ass Jesse.
Messy Jesse.
Messy Jesse ruined black people's image. Telling us to stay out the bushes. No, nigga, you stay out the bush. Jesse and that old ass baby. That was an old baby. The baby probably called the press and told him. What's the rappers that changed his name? Puffy. P. Diddy. He should have changed it to Lucky Nigga, because that's exactly what he was. Wasn't he lucky? But he had Johnny. Johnny gets you off, though. You know that. Anytime Johnny starts to rhyme, they let somebody black free somewhere in the world. Johnny's rhyming. Let him go. Well, Johnny can rhyme you right out of jail. Started with OJ, remember? About the glove when it went fit? If it don't fit, quit.
If it don't fit,
they let OJ go. There goes the rhyme.
If it don't
and P. Diddy, he rhymed him out too.
That's funny.
If the gun wasn't in the car, it wasn't at the bar.
If the gun wasn't in the car, it wasn't at the bar.
Johnny will rhyme you out of jail. Johnny is damn near a rapper. All right. Just no, nigga, you stay out the bush.
That's just funny as hell right there.
Jesse and that old ass baby. That was an old baby. The baby probably called the press and told him.
Damn.
What's the rappers that changed his name?
It must be a bot.
P. Diddy. He should have changed it to Lucky Nigga, because that's exactly what he was. Wasn't he lucky? But he had Johnny. Johnny gets you off, though. You know that. Anytime Johnny starts to rhyme, they let somebody black free somewhere in the world. Johnny's rhyming. Let him go. Well, Johnny can rhyme you right out of jail. Started with OJ, remember? About the glove when it wouldn't fit? If it don't fit, quit. They let OJ go. There goes the rhyme. And P. Diddy, he rhymed him out too. If the gun wasn't in the car, it wasn't at the bar. Johnny will rhyme you out of jail. Johnny is damn near a rapper. All right.
Johnny Cochran. That shit's funny.
Nicole Simpson. If different people could have told my Cleo could have told them the future, if those people could have seen, everybody got filthy rich off Nicole's death. You do know that. From Johnny to all of them. And that if they would have seen what her death was going to bring, you'd have had about 20 people back there stabbing that woman. That's the truth. Look at them people that got everybody spent off that. They still getting it. They're getting filthy rich off that. And they done drove poor OJ crazy. And you know white folks can talk to animals. I mean, that's a whole different subject because they kill me with that. What is the obsession with white people and wild animals? Black folks, we come from where wild animals live, and we don't give a damn about them. But white people are fascinated with wild animals, especially monkeys. A monkey could be in a tree and a white person passed by. 5 minutes later, the white person know all the monkey's business. The monkey's name is Dave. He's not from around here. What? They have an obsession. They do. I don't care. They can sit and look crazy at me and get mad. I don't give a damn because it's the truth. And they have an obsession. Every time I turn on TV, I see somebody white trying to train something wild, riding the elephant, sticking their head in the lion's head, trying to talk to a gorilla with sign language. And they go and all the crazy bullshit. But I'm sick of it. White folks, train your kids. How about training your kids? Stay, sit, leave the gun at home. Train your damn kids.
That's funny. Paul Mooney.
I'm just sick of little crazy little white kids. They scare me, especially if they got on Catholic uniforms. I run from them. Because when I went to school, we had recess. We all came back. Now you go to recess, half people don't come back. You know, and the teacher used to take an apple and all that kind of stuff. Now the teacher want to sleep with you.
Now the teacher want to sleep with you.
Teachers having the students' babies. It's wild stuff. And then this white woman that killed all her kids, I'm hip to that. See, that's that man. That man set that woman up. Anytime you have them syndromes and all that stuff, why would he give her 5 babies? And then have home steady, got the kids up underneath her 24/7. He was sick of her and the kids. Now he got all the insurance, he got everything. That's why he can walk around saying, oh, I love her, because she ain't never coming home.
Right.
He got away with murder. Does it make sense or not? Why would you keep your wife pregnant? You know she got these mental problems, and have the kids at home steady. And you ain't there. Somebody, she called him up saying there's trouble with the kids. He said, all of them? She said, all of them. I bet he went.
Right? He said, make sure.
They didn't tell you about the little black child she had. He got away. Followed her and just ran out the door. No, it's the end of the world. Everything is crazy. Television is, I can't stand TV. I mean, there's not that many happy black, niggas are too happy on television for me. So I can't watch none of that crap. WB would be black.
What do you say?
UPN, you pick a nigga, any nigga you want. But I love me some Jerry Springer. Now, that's the all-American show. Where else could you see 3 white women fight over a nigga with 1 tooth? And no job.
Funny.
And speaks fluent Ebonics.
Fluid Ebonics. You did.
Reggie, how come you got 3 women? They like dick, Jared. They like great big old black dick, Jared. Jared, your mama like dick?
Oh, shit.
Jerry Springer is the bomb.
Jerry Springer. That's it. What about Richard Bay? I gotta remember Richard Bay.
And another thing white people are obsessed with, the dead. I see dead people. They're obsessed with dead. I see white people. Make them stop. But no, they're always talking to the dead. White people have an obsession about the dead. That's why they try to bring Elvis back. They have an obsession. The dead, white folks, the dead don't come back. That's all bullshit. The dead ain't coming back. If the dead could come back, the slaves would be the first person to come back and whoop your ass. Trust me.
He said the slaves would come.
Trust me. If dead folks was coming back, slaves would come back and whoop some white ass. You'd be sitting on the bus getting your ass whooped. Oh, I just kept hearing chains and singing. Old Southern songs. They kept stuffing cotton in my behind.
Southern song. Negro spirit.
Trust me, if the dead could come back, believe me, talk about crossover. Some stupid show on sci-fi channels. This man's talking to dead people. It's so phony and everybody's so stupid. Please.
Right.
Let's all hold hands and contact the living. Try that. The dead is for the dead. They even got little niggas running around. Oh, Tupac is alive. I said, nigga, are you crazy? Tupac is as dead as a doornail. They tried to bring Elvis's white ass back. Only white folks get to come halfway back. I mean, no nigga ain't coming back. You never heard nobody say they saw Sammy Davis at Ralph's shopping. And he looked great. I said, hi, Candyman. And I knew Elvis wasn't coming back. When Michael Jackson married his daughter, if that didn't bring that white man back, he ain't coming back. He ain't coming back. Elvis has left the building for good, kids. Because I got rappers in my house. They was all saying that, and I got on. I said, no, they did. Then I convinced them. They said, yeah, you're right. Tupac and Biggie, they in heaven. I said, that make more sense. They both had faith. But anyway, look.
They both had faith. That's funny. Tupac and Biggie joke. So they in heaven.
And then it was in the paper the other day, some little white boy got lost
I didn't get there.
from his sister and his father up in the mountains.
Go
You
get
read this shit.
with the C5.
Going 3 or 4 days, but they found him. Why are white folks always come up missing? That's why they're on the milk cartons. And I don't get that milk carton stuff with the kids on the milk carton. Find the parents. They're at some bar drinking, trying to forget they had kids. Put them on whiskey bottles. Find them. Give me another shot, Joe. Yeah, that's me. But they always are coming up missing. That's why when you pick up a paper, you don't read about black people being missing in the woods or lost in the snow, a plane crashed, or the boat, we don't know what, they went out fishing, we don't know what happened. You can't lose us. But you can lose somebody white because they're so nosy.
Hey, so
If
no.
they mind their own business, they could find their way home. 100 white people go to the woods, one of them gonna come up missing because they're gonna get real nosy and straggle off by themselves. Oh, look the hole. Look how deep the hole is. They're coming up missing. Because they're nosy. Are they gonna wander in a cave, looking at the writing on the wall? Is this Egyptian? Oh, look at this writing. Something's gonna get them. They're coming up missing. Are they gonna be mountain climbing? They're gonna be mountain climbing, and some mountain goat go. They coming up missing. And if you got white friends and it snows, go to your white friend's house and tie them down, because snow and white folks don't mix. The minute there's a snowstorm, they get crazy.
Snow and white
It's a
folks don't
snowstorm.
mix.
Let's go for a walk. Get the baby. There's something wrong with them.
Let's go for a walk with the baby.
Always reading that stuff. They're coming up damn missing. You never read that about black people. So white folks, when you go to the woods, take about 20 niggas with you, get home safe. And I'm serious. Take black folks with you, because you run off on them black people, they'll run right behind you. Where you going?
Where you going?
Do I look like Hansel and Gretel? I came with you. I'm going home with you. Give me them goddamn car keys.
Right?
You're not losing them niggas. You're not losing them. Especially if you owe them some money.
Especially.
They sticking with you like glue. God knows you've tried. Try to keep them out your neighborhood. That neighborhood stuff kills me. Why people go, I don't want them in my neighborhood. So what balls? Because they'll spend such money, $10 million, live up on a hill just to move away from black folks. And then the rain come and the mudslide, and they wake up on Crenshaw.
It's like...
I didn't spend $10 million to live next door to Popeyes. That's the truth. Go live near the water because we don't like salt air. It's not the water, they don't like salt air. And driving while black is real too. That's
Driving while black.
That's all kind of wild shit.
Right?
Does the owner of the car know you have it? What? Do you live in the area? Do you? Where are you going? I'm driving till I run out of gas. Would you like to follow me? I didn't know I had to have a South African pass. I didn't know I had to be a little black Sambo and drive around in circles around my house till I turn into Serb. I don't get this. And don't have a white person in your car. Please don't. When they pull you over, they're going to go right to the white person. Are you okay? Just checking. What? And don't have your white friend drive. You're in real trouble then. Then they come to you. Can I see your license? But I'm not driving. And they got a drunk test now. You got to be in the circus and double jointed to pass it. Touch your leg, touch your butt, bend over, flip. I mean, it's crazy. They put a big bright light on you, then a little bit of light. What color is this light? It's real crazy. They ask you stupid stuff. Say your ABCs in Spanish and French. I mean, just crazy stuff. Then you get out the car. All right, walk a straight line. I ran all the way home. I just ran. Don't give me a head start. I just started running. And it was dark too. I ran. What is it? What is it? Drunk driving? 5,000, 10? Come on, my car's worth $250. I can buy a new car. I left keys, coat, all that shit. They still send it. Well, I guess the nigga wasn't drunk. It's crazy. And then don't watch that 10 Most Wanted. Don't watch that because you see people you know. It's real scary. People you went to school with, it's dumb. Don't watch it. They get you caught up in that crap. I watched that. Some white woman had robbed 3 banks, killed 5 people, and I was down in Texas, saw her coming out of a store. I grabbed her by the hair, threw her down. I knew I had my reward. I put my foot on her. Police came. I spent 6 months in a Texas jail. They said, nigga, do you know you attacked one of our most leading actresses? They should tell you them people are fake.
Damn.
I did it. She was an actress. That shit is not real. I thought it was a real lady.
Oh, I thought it was too many.
So don't watch it because you get caught up in that shit. 10 Most Wanted. And you see they're out there, it's all them white serial killers. Aren't they scary? Oh my God, every day they pop up doing crazy shit. And they get away with it because they have all the answers. Crazy white man, why'd you kill your wife? I was sleepwalking. He was sleepwalking, that is a thought.
Right?
Crazy white man, why'd you burn up everybody in the house? I don't remember. He doesn't remember.
Simple.
Crazy white man, why'd you kill the entire neighborhood? I'm 3 different personalities. That'll work. They don't let black folks do that. Crazy black man, why'd you kill everybody? I'm 3 different personalities. Well, pick who you want to be, nigga. Somebody going to jail. Steve, Bob, I'm sending somebody's black ass to jail. Just who do you want to be today? See, they don't let us give those answers. Crazy black man, why did you kill your wife? I was sleepwalking. Well, we're going to put you to sleep, nigga. That'll be a little walking. Why'd you burn up the whole house? I don't remember. 2,000 years, I bet you will remember.
2,000 years ago.
It's the truth. They don't let us do what they do. That's why that white man kills me. He kills me. He's the freest creature on this planet. Even if he loses, he wins. Because I didn't think I lived this long, because I've been through the 50s and all that stuff. And white people used to talk like they talk now. They talk crazy. Reverse discrimination. That is the most outrageous statement ever made on this fucking planet. And they get away with saying it. It's so nervy. Right. They never said it in the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, because they were in the control, total control. So there was no such thing as reverse and none of that stuff. So it's like it's flip-flop. Like we have freedom now, but we bet not exercise the bullshit that they did. If we even dare try it, then the law's gonna get us. Oh, just a second, this is reverse. I said, isn't that ballsy? That's some nervy stuff to say. It's reverse. Oh, so that's proof that it existed at one time. Well, thank you for admitting it.
Right.
You know, but they be tripping with that, don't they? And make up stuff. The race card. The race card? Where did that come from? I'm trying to get my visa. I got a race card? You're using a race card. But you notice white folks never mention that card that they've used all their life. The MasterCard. They don't bring that one up, do they? Do they ever bring that one up in court? Or what about the MasterCard? We'll go on with the next question. Thank you so much. See, they don't want to bring that up. The MasterCard. And they use that automatically. They use the MasterCard, you know. You're separating. I mean, I got off stage and the white boy said, Paul, I love what you do, but you make me feel so guilty. Must everything be race? Yes, everything. He said, well, then you must think I'm the devil. I said, no. Yes. But you'll do till the real one gets here.
Right? That's funny. You'll do till the real one gets here.
They talk crazy. I talk crazy.
Right?
Then I'm working. Some white woman got up. I'm leaving. I said, and? I just want to know, what does nigga mean? I said, I have no idea. But I know what nigga lover means, and that's you, because why have you up in my face? Why aren't you gone? Your man left. You all up in my face. You must love niggas.
Right?
No, I'm from South Africa. I said, and you tell people?
And you tell people?
I want you to come to South Africa. I said, sweetheart, I won't go to Mexico. And that's for real. My friends are taking me there. I won't go. I have half my rights here. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't got no rights. I ain't stupid.
Right.
I got half of them here. You think I'm going to Mexico where I don't have none? I don't think so. I don't go. I said, I'm not coming to no South Africa. I'm here in America. 500 years ago, there's problems. I got problems with white folks. And you want me to come to South Africa and your shit ended last week? I don't think so. I'm keeping my black ass right here in America where I can tell you to kiss my ass. The darkest part, bring a flashlight, you'll need one. You want to trick me over there and have me working in the diamond mine? I ain't stupid.
Playing Battlefield right now.
You're not in California now, nigga, and if he tells jokes, whip him. We don't do jokes over here.
Paul Mooney do stand-up too.
Don't be so stupid. Oh yeah,
it's funny as hell. Paul Mooney, great.
No, I don't think so. Well, I know already I'm gonna get in trouble.
Richard Pryor and shit.
I always get in trouble with white people. Since I was 5, I've been getting in trouble with them. Because I can't help but speaking up. I always speak up. I've caused so much trouble in school. I'd come into one class, they was reading Little Black Sambo. And I said, oh, really? They were getting off on it. And Black Mambo, and Black Jumbo. I said, I got something for you tomorrow. I'm gonna read my thing tomorrow. So the next day I came with Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Snow White.
The class made them, the teacher let me read it. Said, oh no, we have to have Paul read. And I drove them crazy. I said, her hair was black, it's cold, her eyes was blue, it's the sky. She was a hoe. I just drove them crazy. and the little dwarfs was pimping her.
That's funny.
But what's funny is, and they think I'm white bashing, glad you recognize it, but what's funny is the average white person, not all white people, don't have a clue to what we go through. There's not a clue. We go through stuff, like I've went through stuff in my life that I'll never forget. You know, and It was the racist stuff, and I won't ever get over it. They say, "Oh, you're bitter." I'm not bitter about it. It's just that if the shoe was on the other foot, because white people with their temperament, trust me, white people could not have been slaves. They could have not made it the way they did. They don't have the temperament for it. You can tell that, just read their history. They do not have the temperament. If white folks were the slaves and was reversed, it'd have been some different shit in history. Because first of all, they got tired of picking that cotton because they got sunburns and all that stuff. You know, they burn easy. And they threw that hair back and got pissed because, you know, they can get angry. Fuck you, buddy. I'm not picking this shit. Where's my goddamn lawyer?
That's funny.
I'm not gonna sing and pick this now. Either I'm a worker or I'm an entertainer. Make up your goddamn mind. Come on, Helen. Come on, Susan. We're out of here. Bastards.
Funny.
The hell with your goddamn plantation. I don't own any part of this shit.
Right?
White folks got a temperament that won't quit.
That nigga funny as hell, boy.
See, we're easy with stuff, but we can go along with shit. It's so sad. It is, but they don't. Hey, slavery would have probably ended in 6 months. Because we got tired of them because they wore us out. You know that. I mean, how much can you beat a person? There would have been lawsuits and counter lawsuits. You know, white folks get crazy. And you sold my kids, you bastard. My mama cooking for you and breastfeeding your goddamn kids. You're giving me money, buddy.
Buddy. Buddy.
You know that. That's why I don't like Africans. I cannot stand an African. No, because we waited and they didn't come get us. I'm pissed about that.
We waited and they ain't come get us, man. Fuck
you know they should have come to get us. They wrote us off like a bad check.
That's funny.
And then they got attitude. I got attitude. I'm the one that's mad. 500 years later, they show up driving a cab. I got a car. I don't need a ride.
That's funny as hell, boy. Paul Mooney is comedy.
I'm going to the operation anyway. I'm going in September. I'm going to China. I'm going to be Chinese when I come back. They have a major a racial operation. I'm coming back Chinese.
He said he coming back Chinese.
So just get ready. Get ready for the new name, the new me. Bling bling.
His new name is gonna be Bling Bling. That's funny. That's a funny Chinese name. Bling Bling. That's stupid as hell.
You get these eyes fixed, I'm getting a reverse
He
thing.
said he gonna get my eyes fixed,
I want some slanted ones.
He said I don't want no
Trip.
round
It's all
eyes.
so
I want
trippy. The
some
movies are so
slanted ones.
trippy. They just kill me with the films. I just laugh all the time. I just laugh at white
That's
people constantly. They're too funny. They're gonna make a movie and call it The Mexican. Are they bold?
The
It's a
Mexican.
gun. They think they're cute.
And it's a gun.
Make me a movie, call it Hunky. It's a gun. Oh, look at Hunky, yeah. Got my Hunky, yeah. They get away with murder, don't they? Get away with murder with a smile. Really, kidding? White men can't jump. They'll just name their movie whatever they want to. When I first saw that, I said, yeah, I know. They don't have to. They own the
Right.
team.
Exactly.
The niggas do all the jumping. Yeah, niggas jump.
Come
You're
on.
writing that check. It's so sad. And we've somewhere along the line, that the slave mentality, we've lost it. I don't know, especially in California. I don't know why we don't love each other. There is no love here. These black people here are bought and sold every day, and they're all under the illusion of inclusion. They're all such coons and happy slaves. I deal with these niggas every day on these studios. These niggas get on my goddamn nerve. It's not enough
Damn.
money in the fucking world, nigga. What is wrong with you?
Right?
I'm the only one got an eyesight. You don't see and hear this stuff? Just anything to be on that film and to be on that stuff. This is bullshit. Back off, nigga. Film is very dangerous. What you do on film, because them people outside of America believe that shit when they see it. They think it's a documentary. They don't think it. It's like that on HBO, The Corner. Remember how good The Corner was? It was too real for them. You see, it didn't win nothing. It was too. Them niggas was too good. It was too much like a documentary. They couldn't handle it. But no. It's nice, but let's move on. But they put that white bullshit on TV, like this Soprano, this shit that's on. I don't allow it in my house. About the mafia. The mafia are into child pornography. They're into prostitution. They're into murder. They're into laundering money.
Everything.
And they still exist today. These people are not to be praised. and looked at
Damn.
some heroes and have all this meaning and this family, all that's bullshit. They're trash. I know it's quiet in here. You can the hush come over Jerusalem, but hey, I'm being real, and everybody can get mad if they want to, but it's the fucking truth. I'm from the old school when the Untouchables was on. They was finding them, killing them, and putting them in jail. Now, watch that if you want to watch something about some Italian. Not this bullshit, because that's exactly what that is. And TV always says, oh, we're watching it, and the kids and all that. They're doing whatever the hell they want to do. They ain't interested in that shit. Come on, we watch the violence and that. They put whatever they feel white and feel this in. They'll just do what they want to do. Right in people's face and seduce everybody, and everybody goes for it. And because it's popular, the majority does not rule. A lynch mob is a majority, but it don't make it right what they do to somebody. And y'all get that in your head, and I'm serious. Get that in your brain.
What the?
Get that in your brain and decide and choose and know when you see some bullshit. And that's what that stuff is. It gets on my nerve. And that Sex in the City gets on my nerve. They're going to film that in New York and not show them niggas. How you going to have a show in New York and don't see niggas? That's the streets of San Francisco, and you didn't see Chinese folks. They're always doing some crazy shit. You try doing a movie in Malibu and not showing white folks and see how crazy they get. Because that's where they live. In Malibu, they gave up Venice to Mexicans and niggas, but they ain't giving up Malibu. They'll drown everybody before they give that up.
Giving up Malibu.
It's the truth. Guys, sit up here, you know it's the truth. Now I got to talk about what I came to talk about, and that's the N word. We're going to talk about nigga. And I'm the nigga expert because they've been having me on all these shows asking me about it, and it's been so funny. Because J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez, she said nigga. And that's the first thing I asked me. Well, what do you think, Paul? J-Lo said nigga. I said, well,
Paul Mooney.
They ain't interested in that shit. Come on, we watch the violence and that. They put whatever they... Guys, sit up here, you know it's the truth. Now I got to talk about what I came to talk about, and that's the N word. We're going to talk about nigga. And I'm the nigga ain't giving up Malibu. They'll drown everybody before they give that up. It's the truth. Guys, sit up here, you know it's the truth. Now I got to talk about what I came to talk about, and that's the N word. We're going to talk about nigga. And I'm the nigga expert because they've been having me on all these shows asking me about it, and it's been so funny.
Because apparently
that's what that stuff is. It gets on my nerve. And that Sex in the City gets on my nerve. They're going to film that in New York and not show no niggas. How you going to have a show in New York and don't see niggas? That's the streets of San Francisco, and you didn't see Chinese folks. They're always doing some crazy shit. You try doing a movie in Malibu and not showing white folks and see how crazy they get. Because that's where they live. In Malibu, they gave up Venice to Mexicans and niggas, but they ain't giving up Malibu. They'll drown everybody before they give that up. It's the truth. Guys, sit up here, you know it's the truth. Now I got to talk about what I came to talk about, and that's the N word. We're going to talk about nigga. And I'm the nigga expert because they've been having me on all these shows asking me about it, and it's been so funny. Because J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez, she said nigga. And that's the first thing I asked me. Well, what do you think, Paul? J-Lo said nigga. I said, well, hey, she's Puerto Rican. The Puerto Ricans and Cubans, they ain't nothing but niggas that can swim, so let's get over it. It's the truth. They took slaves everywhere. Especially them black Cubans, they know. The ones that wear white all year round, the ones they don't mess with, the ones that talk to the dead, the ones that light the candles, the ones that will make a chicken kiss a snake. You know those people. Yeah, so they know what's up. They're black. And she was going with Puffy, wasn't she? So that means she got black in her in more ways than one. Well, they know big thing. It's just a word. I mean, I know the word doesn't bother me. I've cut the cord, nigga. I mean, it doesn't bother me. It just doesn't. I mean, I know who I am, so it doesn't have anything to do with me when I hear it. But more importantly, I know who white people are. That's more important. So it doesn't bother me. They said, when a white person says nigga, Paul, it really doesn't bother you? I said, no, I like a little salt on my cracker. White people are so chained to it. I understand a lot of black people are in jail and they're called that a lot, so they hate to hear it. And it's not really the word, it's what comes behind the word. The murder and all the craziness and the slavery and all that, and I understand all that. But that was then and this is now, and it's like removing the teeth from the great white shark. That's how I look at it. It's taking the teeth out, and now it's just a big, fat, funky fish hopping around in the water. And I don't think people like it, so they go into a bag about it. And black people really get on my nerve when it bothers them, because if it doesn't apply, let it fly. And when they get so hooked into it, I said, they want you emotionally hooked into this word. And the word we should be emotional about, it's freedom. Now, I just said that. I didn't hear nobody respond. Now, see, when I said that word, freedom, all you niggas should have, yeah! But do you say that? No, because you're just like those wild animals that are fighting like mad while they're capturing them and stuff. They just fighting, and then they get over there and they lock them up in that cage in that zoo, and then they get lost, hopeless, and they lose all that wild craziness they had. Right. But don't you think for a second that those animals don't know who put them there? They know white folks put them there. Take your white friends over to the zoo. You can see the way they look at them with hate. You know hate when you see it. They're staring, hoping they'll come near the cage.
Hoping.
And you think I'm kidding? Then take about 15 or 20 of your black friends over there. Watch the animals. When they see that many black people, they get crazy. They think they're going home. Jumping up, throwing up gang signs. So the word nigga, I mean, hey, I say it 100 times every morning. It makes my teeth white. Nigga, 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 nigga.
And my teeth white. That's funny.
And we've used it in so many ways. I mean, we've used it lovingly. We've used it with hate. We've used it when we want to put somebody down. We use it when we want to get mad at somebody. But when I was a kid coming up and it really meant something and it really hurt people, black people didn't say nothing about nigga. They kept quiet. They were scared. And now the word don't mean a goddamn thing. Everybody got something to say about it. That's what tickles me. They all run up to the N-word. I don't even like the N-word. I always go, what are you trying to say, nigga? Does that soften it, the N-word?
Right.
And you can stop people from saying it, but you can't stop the emotion behind it. It's gonna be here. As long as white folks are on this planet, nigga will be here too. The racial stuff will be here too. Because more than any other race, look at all the other races. Us and white people, we're family because of slavery. Thank you, Jefferson. But because of slavery, no, that's true. Because you know that little black girl that Jefferson had all the babies by? You do know that she was half sister to his wife. So that meant his father-in-law was doing exactly what he was doing. Or how could his wife be half sister to this girl?
Right.
So that wasn't no isolated incident. They try to make you think that. That's what white people try to make you think. Oh, this was isolated. No, they were all doing it. That's why our blood is very, very close to theirs. It's family, and that's why we always will have problems. Just like over there in Israel, we're gonna always have problems with that. And the problem is we got away, and that wasn't in the book. Niggas getting away wasn't in the book. And we ain't never be forgiven for that. Because if you go back in history and look at all the old things, white people's old movies, everything, they were happier people when we were slaves. They were. Because we were in their homes. We lived with them. Now that we're free, I don't want you in my neighborhood. That don't even make sense now, does it? Oh, I'm free, but I can't even come on the block now? But when you owned me, I was in your bed. Now, you have to admit, now there's something wrong with that picture. Come on, y'all. You heard a lot of white people, I don't want them in the neighborhood. Can't move in my neighborhood. But when you owned us, we were in your house. See the difference? That's that goddamn ownership. Let slavery come back in tomorrow. Wherever them white folks live, whatever neighborhoods, they'll be out on the porch. Welcome home.
All right, come on in.
Missed you. Go to your room. Nothing's changed.
Go to your room. That nigga said, go to your room.
No, when they owned us, we had 12 jobs apiece. Now that we got away free, what did they say to us? Unemployment. Sorry, there are no jobs. Let slavery come back in. Believe me, come get your rest. You got those 12 jobs to go to in the morning. When I was writing for Living Color, I used to write shit, and I'd go in there, and they would do it, but it was funny. They said, oh no, we can't do that. We can't do it. I wrote something about Cinderella, and I made her mother. The mother was black and had 2 black daughters. Cinderella was white, and they wore her out. Scrubber, you're not going to the ball. They had a list of things. Did you do this? Did you do that? She said, yes. Did you make the soup? Yeah. Did you pick the cotton? She said, we don't have any cotton. Then we'll have to grow some.
We'll have to grow some.
That shit was funny. And I go in and write, and I go, oh no, we can't do it. We can't do it. And then I did the Wizard of Oz. I wrote that, and remember the fairy godmother, the little blonde lady with the thing? I made her a great big old fat Aunt Jemima black. And she told a little Julie Garland part, you know, you can go home, just click your heels. And she clicked it 3 times and blew up. And then I had to look at the camera and go, I lose more little white girls like that. Now that shit is funny. They were scared to do it. We can't do it. We can't do it. I said, but this shit is funny.
He
Ain't that
said,
some
"But
funny
this
shit?
shit is
Boom,
funny."
she just blew up. I lose more little white girls like that. That is some funny ass shit. I don't give a damn what you say. Let me tell you some street jokes, because I'm the only person who got a nerve to tell street jokes.
Got him.
2 old ladies sitting on the porch watching the kids dance. And one said, Susie, do you remember the minuet? She said, no, I don't remember the men I screwed. But listen. Oh, come on, it's funny. You could give it up. You know damn well it's funny. And you can't wait to repeat it, and you ain't giving me no goddamn credit. Wait till you get a couple of drinks in there. Oh, I got one.
I got one.
White man walking on the beach finds a genie's lamp, took it home and shined it up. 3 white genies came up. They said, don't talk. We've been in there 100,000 years. We don't hear no conversation. Just think whatever you want. You got 3 wishes, you'll get it. Big old mansion. Goes from bedroom to bedroom. Naked bunnies standing there naked. Knock on the door. There's 3 Ku Klux Klansmen in hoods. They take him and hang him. Next day, the 3 white genies are at Starbucks drinking coffee, talking. And the genie goes, you know, that first wish, a big mansion, everybody wants that. I could relate to that.
Right.
I said, I know. It's in the second wish, the naked bunnies. I could relate to that. But that third wish, I'm confused with that. I said, this third wish is, yeah. He said, he wanted to be hung like a nigga. Anyway, listen.
That's funny. Hung like a nigga.
Oh, come on, it's funny. It's funny. You know damn well it's funny.
That's funny. Yeah.
It's funny. All right. A black man is homeless, so he goes to the farm area to talk to the farmer. His wife said, look, I need some work. I'm just starving and stuff. You have to help me. They said, we got a lot of stuff around here. You can dig the well, do a roof. You got all kinds. He said, oh, I don't do manual labor. They said,
Right.
what? Well, what do you
Like
do?
me.
So I'm like Eddie Murphy. I talk to the animals. And the wife said, well, just try them out for one night. So next morning, the farmer told her husband, the farmer's wife said, get up, go find out who he talked to. Who you talking to? The chickens. They said, you got some hay that's rubbing on their ass. It's not natural hay. Put the natural hay down there, and they'll lay 10 times as much eggs. It happened. Farmer's wife got all that money. Good. Give him some clothes, give him some money, keep him. We got us a gold mine. Next morning, get up, go down there and find out who he talked to. Said, talk to the horses. They said, you got the iron here. Go back to the rope, and they'll just plow 3 times as much. The horses did it. She told, get up. Next morning, gone. So talk to the cows. The cows, you got 10 on their nipples. Go back to your hand, natural, and you'll get 5 times as much milk. They did it. Great. She said, ooh, this is great. Got all this money. This is great. Go down there and talk to him. Find out who he talked to. The farmer went down there and said, who'd you talk to? And the man said, well, I've been talking to the sheep. And the man said, the sheep, don't talk to them. They're big liars.
These are big liars.
Oh, come on. It's funny. It's funny. And you can't wait to tell it. But listen. Big liars. She's funny. She's going, yeah, the sheep. Yeah.
Yeah, the
I heard
sheep.
a lot of things. You know, you hear all kind of stuff. 'Cause I heard that Adam was a white man. Did you hear that? Mm-hmm. That's how they could prove it. He said, you ever try to take a rib from a nigga? But listen.
You ever try to take a rib from a nigga?
I hear all of those kind of crazy stuff. Did you, well, they say in the beginning, everybody was black. Did you hear that? The world,
Yeah.
everybody was black. And said,
Some
they said,
bullshit.
come down to the water and cleanse yourself. And all the aggressive people ran down the water and came out white. You know, they ran out, jumped in the water. And all the lazy niggas went down there and put their hands and feet in the water.
Oh, this is so stupid.
That was very funny. Quite enough. White folks always trying to run shit, aren't they? Now just hold on. He's overstepped his boundaries. I counted, nigga, and he said it 20 times. He went over his boundary. We were just to get about 10 or 15 niggas. He did 20. I want something done about that.
Come on, bro.
It's too fucking funny. Nothing can be white enough, but it can be too black, can it? That's what kills me. Can it be too black? This is too black. But nothing can be too white. That's why I go to all the white things. I go to this ice skating rings to stand up. This is too white. The hell with all of you. I go to hockey games. The hell with you. It's too white. When they're doing those skiing accident. Oh, you know, there's a black girl that I got to tell white folks, because, you know, we've been whooping their ass in tennis. There's a black girl. Well, we whoop white folks' ass. They didn't know we could play tennis like that. They still standing over there in England.
They still standing over there trying to figure it out.
But there's a black girl that can ski. Get ready, y'all. She can ski her ass off. And she's from the islands. She's been practicing on dirt. Just wait till she gets some snow.
Can't blow
But
these
white
up.
folks are mad at us because we've been beating them at their own game. We've been beating them at their sports. You know they're mad. We whipped their ass in tennis, and don't even mention golf. Don't even mention golf. I'm surprised white folks ain't made golf against the law. It's against the law. Close every golf club in the country. Want these niggers eating their greens, not playing on ours.
Damn.
Because they done drove Tiger Wood crazy. What is he now? Cabo what? Cabo Caucasian. What the nigga, please? What does that mean? Cabo Caucasian, please. I don't know about the space program, but I know a nigga when I see one.
Right?
Tiger Wood is black. Tiger Wood's lips are bigger than LeVar Burton's.
LeVar Burton.
I saw his daddy,
Reading
nigga.
Rainbow?
I saw his mammy, nigga lover. That's a nigga in my goddamn book. Fuzzy Wuzzy knew what he was. I like Tony the Tiger better than I do Tiger Wood. At least Tony knows he's white and he's proud. Great!
Right?
You don't hear Tony talking stupid. I'm 1/4 zebra, I'm 1/3 giraffe. But anyway, we're glad that you guys came, and I want to thank you very much. Thanks a lot. You've been nice to me. Thank you. Thank you.
We're not over. We're gonna come right back. Paul Mooney, everybody. The legend. R.I.P. Paul Mooney. Paul. Come on, there we go. I was gonna fucking die. Okay, I guess it is over. Sheesh, my bad, y'all. I thought it wasn't gonna be over for a second longer. Let me get some kills real quick. Let me try to at least. Fuck. Of course, right when I come out. Had the raw guy. God. Sheesh. I was just about to fucking zip line up to the roof. This dude, I don't think he's gonna be able to get me. I gotta tighten up. It's not the weekend no more, so I should be able to get some kills. But the weekends are crazy, bro. That's cool. Thanks for telling me that my battery was 90% for no reason. Oh, maybe because I hit the button, huh? Oh, okay. Alright, let's see what we're gonna do. Damn, they blew my vehicle up. I was finna hitch a ride.
Our forces are down to half strength.
Need a ranger to put in my marker.
Hey, come on, man. Let go.
Fucking ways to go. Move it.
Run it up.
Grenade going out.
Too high.
Занял кого-то из нас. Вражеский боец.
Move out the fucking way. That's fuck. Fucking computer or something?
Стреляю.
Shit.
Боец ранен. Нужна помощь. Нет.
Damn. Almost popped out at the right time.
Стреляю со всех сторон. Мне нужен медик.
They got this spot locked down. We ain't getting it. We're gonna watch some history of mirrors real quick.
Тупик.
Cultures used bowls of water tarnished. To this day, it is history that deserves to be remembered. In prehistoric times, there were few options for early people to view themselves. The best option was still water, where images can be reflected with remarkable clarity. In ancient Greek myth, the young and beautiful Narcissus falls in love with his own reflection in a pool of water. Numerous Mesoamerican cultures used bowls of water as reflective surfaces in divination ceremonies. The ancient Chinese word for mirror can be translated as a tub filled with water. Human societies, however, soon searched for better mirrors. The first manufactured mirrors were made from stone, especially obsidian, polished until they reflected a decent image. These kinds of mirrors have been found in the earliest human settlements, such as what has been described as the world's first city, the southern Anatolian proto-city of Çatalhöyük. The city was inhabited over 9,000 years ago, and polished obsidian mirrors have been discovered there dating to at least 7,500 years ago. These mirrors are small, with the largest having a diameter of around 3.5 inches, and convex, slightly higher in the middle than at the edges.
Hey,
They were found in graves as burial goods, and one set was in lime plaster. Archaeologist William Finders Petrie suggested that ground stone pallets might have been wetted and used by the Egyptians as mirrors in pre-dynastic times. Several thousand years later came metal mirrors, first of copper but also of bronze and silver. Like obsidian, heavily polished metals, discs or ovals, often with handles, reflected decent images and have been found in Mesopotamia from around 6,000 years ago. What appear to be mirrors began appearing in art across the region afterwards, in Egypt, the Levant, and Mesopotamia. Across the world, polished stone mirrors of pyrite and mica appeared in the Americas around 4,000 years ago. Bronze mirrors appeared around the same time in China. In Mesoamerica, the Olmec civilization produced concave mirrors from iron ore as early as 3,500 years ago. The Maya are also known to have made mirrors, as are South American cultures, including the Mochi and Inca. Mirrors the world over are often used for ritual and religious purposes, or are believed to have magical properties, in addition to more prosaic use of looking at one's face. The Bronze Age saw a proliferation of mirrors, with major centers beginning to manufacture them, such as the people of Kerma in Nubia. Evidence shows that even at this early date, one of the primary uses of the mirror was for applying makeup. In Egypt, mirrors were associated with dressing and grooming. They were also often highly decorated with carved handles of stone, ivory, or wood, representing goddesses and upper-class women. Hinged boxes enclosing a mirror like a compact have been found. There's extensive evidence that mirror technology was traded, with ties between art objects from Egypt to Western India. Speculum metal, an alloy made of copper and tin, is highly reflective, and the Chinese were making mirrors out of it more than 2,000 years ago during the Warring States period. At a similar time, the same mirrors appear in Rome as well. In general, mirrors across the world of this period were expensive, highly decorated, and largely owned by the wealthy. Roman vases show servants holding mirrors for their wealthy employers. Body-length mirrors did exist, and large metal mirrors were hung on walls in barbershops. According to Pliny the Elder, silver mirrors became popular during the Roman Republic under Pompey the Great, although they were mentioned at least 100 years earlier. By the time of the Roman Empire, silver mirrors were said to be widely used even by servants. Greek philosopher Socrates advised young people to look at mirrors so that if they were beautiful, they would be aware of it, and if they were ugly, they would know to hide their disgrace through learning. Glass production began in Egypt, Syria, or Mesopotamia 5,600 years ago, but initially was used mostly for beads and various vessels and art. It wasn't until the 1st century that the discovery of glass blowing made using glass in mirrors possible. Earlier, glass tended to be opaque thanks to impurities in the materials, and thick. Glass blowing allowed glassmakers to create thin, transparent glass in large quantities. Sidon in modern Lebanon was a particular center for glass production in the Roman period, and plenty suggest that mirrors like our modern ones with a layer of glass were first produced there, although they never came into wide use. Glass mirrors don't appear in the archaeological record until 2 centuries later. The earliest glass mirrors were made by blowing a glass bubble and then cutting off a small circular piece which could then be backed by a silvered or even gilded surface. The images produced were easily distorted, and the earliest glass mirrors are tiny, usually only a few inches in diameter. While glass mirrors seemed to be inferior, metal mirrors were incredibly popular among the wealthy. Roman philosopher Seneca complained that for a single one of these mirrors of chiseled silver or gold inlaid with gems, women are capable of paying an amount equal to the dowry the state once offered to poor generals' daughters. It took centuries more before glass could be made with sufficient transparency and with large flat surfaces. In the Middle Ages, mirrors continued to be made with silver, polished metals, and glass. 11th century French artisans made flat glass by blowing a glass bubble and spinning it rapidly to cause the heated glass to flatten. Small rectangular pieces of flat glass could then be cut out. In 1250, one writer claimed glass mirrors silvered with lead were superior, and by the 14th century, Florentine mirror makers figured out how to apply lead without heat, which removed the risk of the glass shattering from thermal shock. Other kinds of silvering using tin and mercury also developed, and these glass mirrors became popular, although they didn't replace the larger polished metal mirrors. These silvered mirrors were prone to distorting reflections. One writer described the image he saw in a glass mirror as someone else rather than oneself. Johann Gutenberg, inventor of the printing press, sold these mirrors to pilgrims to Aachen to sew into their hats. Supposedly, the glass could capture the grace emanating from holy relics, even when the crowds prevented them from actually being seen.
That's crazy.
Another important step in mirror making came with the invention of cylindrical glass blowing, where blown glass was worked into a cylinder, both ends cut, and then the entire cylinder cut along its side while still hot. The glass was then allowed to settle into a flat sheet, making larger mirrors possible. By the 15th century, glassmakers in Lorraine had mastered the art of mirror making. A Lorrainian historian claims that the artisans there invented a way to make mirrors of glass. The Venetians also lay claim to mastering the art first, and it was the Venetians, specifically the mirror artisans of Murano, who made a glass so fine that they called it crystalline. When and who invented the crystalline glass is a matter of debate. One historian attributes it to a family of glassmakers in 1463, but numerous other artisans claim some credit. One family of glassmakers claimed to have been making crystal for 200 years by the 15th century. Bohemia, another glass center, also makes a claim to inventing the process, while the Del Gallos brothers declared in 1503 that they alone knew the secret of making mirrors of crystalline glass. The brothers asked the Venetian Republic to have the exclusive right to make their glass for 25 years. Venice's reputation for master craftsmanship eventually eclipsed all other centers in Europe, drawing masters from all over the continent. Artisans in Murano had been making glass since at least 1255, and in 1291 Venice passed a law that restricted the industry to Murano. Glassmaking became so central to the Venetian economy that the Glassmaker Guild passed laws to protect their control of the industry. Venetian glassmakers were forbidden from divulging their secret processes. They were forbidden from leaving the Republic without permission. If they did leave, their families would be imprisoned, and an assassin would be sent after them. Venice also granted glassmakers broad privileges. Glassmaker children were allowed to marry nobles and were given months-long vacations in the summer. The Venetian masters learned through trial and error how to make the finest glass in all of Europe. And among the beautiful windows, vessels, and beads they made, they also mastered the divinely beautiful, pure, and incorruptible object, the mirror. Mirrors became a sought-after luxury. In Isfahan in modern Iran, the palace had a room of mirrors, while the Lahore Palace in India had Venetian mirrors lining the royal apartments. While masterful, the Venetians could only make mirrors about the size of a tray, around 40 square inches. Polished metal mirrors remained in wide use and were much cheaper. Mirrors were at this point common items, from pocket mirrors to grooming mirrors. But it wasn't until the end of the 17th century that metal mirrors largely disappeared from the estate inventories of the wealthy. Catherine de' Medici, wife of French King Henry II, installed a chamber of mirrors that held 119 Venetian mirrors. Anne of Austria, Louis XIII's queen, had a chamber of mirrors in the Louvre used for grooming her hair. Nobility all over the continent demanded mirrors. A late 17th century countess was reported to have traded a wheat farm for a mirror, which she thought was a bargain. France especially became entranced, and in the 1500s a Venetian mirror with a silver border was worth more than twice a painting by Raphael. The French were spending an absurd amount of money on Venetian glass, draining the royal
Mirrors were
treasury.
important.
The king bought thousands of pounds worth of mirrors in 1665. French royalty were extremely interested in creating their own mirror industry, which struggled against Venetian resistance. Glassmakers were granted titles of nobility and monopoly rights, but they failed again and again. Louis XIV's finance minister, Colbert, turned to espionage to establish a crown mirror industry. French ambassador to Venice secretly worked to tempt Venetian mirror makers to France. The Royal Company of Glass and Mirrors was founded, and Venice's threats against glassmakers leaving them were not idle, because at least 2 Venetian artisans were assassinated in Germany in 1547. In 1665, Venetian glassmakers were secreted to Paris, despite Venice's counter-efforts. The Venetian ambassador in France cajoled and bribed the workers in Paris to return to Italy, and Colbert was forced to provide large salaries. Fake letters from their wives in Murano begged the artisans to return. Several of the wives were smuggled into Paris by the French. But the company was a financial disaster, and the immigrants even began fighting among themselves to the point of a gunfight. Colbert considered offering land and retirement benefits to tempt more workers, but then in 1667, a Murano worker died in Paris. He was soon followed by a second, and the deaths, feared to be assassinations, sent many of the Venetians home. France's true breakthrough came later, when French glassmakers learned to cast glass on a table, allowing for much larger panes. By 1682, French artisans constructed the Chamber of Mirrors at Versailles, where more than 300 mirrors combined to form a single pane. Expand this hall 1,000,000 times over, so it seems almost
I
infinite.
couldn't switch.
A second glass industry was established that could produce mirrors more than 5 feet tall, and eventually set up at Saint-Gobain. The 2 factories were combined into the Royal Glass Company of France. By 1700, the Saint-Gobain factory produced a 9-foot-tall pane of glass. And in Venice, where the artisans were still blowing their glass panes, they were unable to match the huge French panes, though the Venetian mirrors were of better quality. The glass for mirrors was buffed and shined in Paris, so a few panes could survive the journey before being silvered by an amalgam of silver and mercury. Workers regularly sickened from the mercury fumes. But France couldn't keep the secret to herself, and soon glass workers were being hired away to England and across the continent. Throughout the 18th century, refinements led to mirrors becoming cheaper. By 1750, Saint-Gobain was selling 1.182 million pounds worth of glass a year, while Venice's glass languished. The turn of the 19th century saw mirrors everywhere in Paris, when 70% of homes in Paris had a mirror.
Damn.
Even fairly large mirrors became everyday and shed their highly decorated frames. The Republic of Geneva even prohibited citizens from having more than 1 mirror in each room, or taller than 32 inches. Mirrors remained rare, however, in rural areas until the late 19th century. Throughout the 18th century, mirror production remained essentially the same, but in 1835, German chemist Justus von Liebig invented the wet deposition process, which silvered mirrors with silver by chemically reducing silver nitrate. And this process was used in industrial production of mirrors. In 1843, Englishman Thomas Drayton patented a method for silvering without the use of mercury. Around 1860, new ovens were invented that could better distribute temperature and reduce flaws in the glass. Glass was quickly becoming everyday and could be used in huge quantities, like it was for the Crystal Palace in 1851. Mirrors simultaneously were manufactured in huge quantities. Between 1852 and 1862, production of glass at Saint-Gobain doubled from 1 million to more than 2 million square feet, and doubled again between 1878 and 1898.
Damn.
The 20th century saw innovation as well, especially for scientific mirrors that often needed to be reflective without the glass to interfere with the reflection. Gas discharge lamps in the 1920s and 30s had a tendency to have a mirror-like surface form on the inside of the glass as metal was ejected from the electrodes, called sputtering. By the 1970s, semiconductor technology used a similar method for metal coating. In 1912, evaporation coating was developed, which John Strong used to make the first aluminum-coated telescope mirrors in the 1930s. And as mirrors reflect our appearance, they've also come to reflect culture. Medieval historian Ian Mortimer argues in his 2016 book Millennium that the improvement in quality and availability of mirrors in the 15th century changed the way that humans saw themselves, reflecting a significant shift from the medieval world to the modern world.
Of course.
Previously, people only saw their identity, he argues, in relation to other groups. But when we started seeing ourselves in mirrors, the concept of individuality arose. Individuality, as we understand it today, he argues, did not exist previously. Today, mirrors are so common that you can hardly avoid looking in them. A 2007 study in the United Kingdom found that the average person looks at a mirror about once every half hour. Mirrors are downright cheap today, and we take access to that perfect image for granted. And apparently, we've desired to see our image since earliest human history, but you have to understand that for most of human history, that intimate knowledge of your appearance was a rare thing, a luxury that was only available to the rich. I hope you enjoyed watching this episode.
That shit was good. Let me see real quick. Oh yeah, hold on, let me see this too. Forgot about this. Try this one too. Okay. Let's see. Let's look and see if anything's good today. Oh yeah, this one look funny.
So there's no pre-video of all them getting in, and they said, okay, y'all, we have to zzz.
Charleston White on Real Life Productions. So let's give him a shout out real quick. There you go. Yeah. All right, let's listen to Charleston White real quick.
Know what time it is. Charles, I have to ask you, 3 billionaires walk on the sub. We have a situation where the world is tuned in all the way. I'm talking about this. You go to YouTube, CNN, they tuned in on a submersible trying to go down to the Titanic. I know you busy. You move around. You don't got time to really tune into shit like this, but this is worldwide news. I mean, I'm talking about this thing's happening around the world that we're negating.
I tuned in briefly.
Briefly.
I was forced to tune in briefly.
What are your thoughts?
And when I tuned in, I said, well, it's strange that they don't have no pre-video
the first thing I
of
said.
them getting into the mother. You know, hey, y'all,
Nobody
we
was
get
thinking
ready to
about
go. And then I'm putting on my hat, you know, putting on my girl, you know, that we normally. So there's no pre-video of all them getting in. And they said, okay, y'all, we have to bolt it down. So there's no video of that. There's no video of them being dropped down in the water. There's no video of that. So there's no video of another submarine saying, hey, there they go right there, on side of them right there, that's them right there. So of them say, hey, y'all, they ain't showed us no video or nothing.
But they want to.
So y'all listen, we ain't seen nothing.
Right?
Y'all believe? When I tuned in and I started thinking logically and analyzing, I tuned out immediately and said, boy, they bull the world.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't make me believe it's real and it's true. And then they saying it exploded and it's debris at the bottom of the ocean. Listen, people, we have never been to the bottom of the ocean. That's the abyss.
Exactly.
Right.
Nobody have ever been to the bottom of the ocean. It's not even a camera that can go that far down. Homie, listen, it's so dark at the bottom of the ocean. It's things that we've never seen that's down there. It's things that have had to adapt. Man, come on, homie. I was always told you only believe half of what you hear and half of what you see. So who saw anything?
None of what you hear and half of what you see. That's what it is.
They
didn't show us shit,
half
though.
of what you see. It's things that have had to adapt. Men, come on, homie. I was always told you only believe half of what you hear and half of what you see. So who saw anything? They lying like a mother. 3 billionaires somewhere right now not paying nobody nothing and then run out with all the money. Yeah.
Is Charleston White getting on a submersible?
On some submarine?
Yeah.
Man, no. Hey, listen, I went to that Charlie's dinner thing where you can get on and go eat the dinner out here in Frisco, and you get on the little thing. I ate the dinner. Man, that after taking out. Hey, no, that's all right. I changed my mind. No. Cause all I can think about is La Bamba. You know, Ricky Valens died in the plane crash. Homie, listen. I don't want to go 4 miles underwater with all that water on top of me. I would have joined the Navy.
So wait, Charles. If the CEO of Live Nation say, "Hey man, come on a little trip with me. Come on a little excursion. We gonna go see the Titanic. Come rob me. We gonna have a meeting on the sub."
Yeah, you finna get me kicked off the tour already.
I was like, is there anybody that you'll be like, I'm gonna take this little trip with?
I'm gonna say, let's go to the Spa Castle. Yeah, we can put them shouts on, and yeah, you know what it is. Yeah.
Wait, so the submersible goes missing. The world, they got every country looking for it. People are upset with Black Twitter because they feel like they ain't got no feelings towards
what is the
missing. There's all kind of memes and all kind of jokes and how you coming off the sub memes. Like,
they joked about George Floyd.
Got him.
White folk joked about George Floyd. Them white billionaires, they stupid anyway. I'm glad they died. They deserve to die. They deserve to die. I hope they families suffer like a mother absence. I hope whoever they were married to get strung out on drugs, can't think without him. I hope whoever his billionaire buddies is scam the family out the money and the real estate property and everything. I hope all the worst things in life happen to the survivors of these 3 billionaire people.
So wait. So they're talking now, just days later, like, hey, we got a new plane that will take people to space.
Pookie, what up, Pookie?
Take them.
Yeah, but
I said take them.
They go too. God is cleansing the earth for rich people. God is sick of rich people because they trying to become God. They trying to become God, so God's sick of rich people. More rich people need to die.
So what's the difference between their rich and your rich?
Man, my rich ain't gonna leave too far from the ghetto.
Yeah. Nah, for real.
We gonna see the poor people.
Yeah, I'm going to. My rich is Joe Pool Lake. Big old house out there at Joe Pool Lake. One of them Maybachs. Still going to the locals. Yeah, the strip club. Still down off in the ghetto. That's my rich.
Would you take a submersible to the bottom of Joe Pool Lake?
This ain't jumping in nothing. Man, you know.
Can't talk underwater.
You
What do you want to go underwater for? Man, I like to talk. You can't do no communication underwater. So now, man, going underwater like going out of space. That white boy shit.
See? He alluded to it. He said going underwater is like going to outer space. But he can go all the way.
Benefits the man gets from being friend zoned. Well, I'll let the ladies answer this.
Sure.
First.
I can go. No benefit.
Zero
benefit. Here's the deal. What? I feel like
what?
No. Hold on.
Companionship.
Yeah.
You have more value than just what you like. Yeah, I have to disagree.
No. Here's the deal, though. I feel like this guy who's asking, most likely, he doesn't want to be in the friend zone, right? He actually wants to be romantically involved. And I am going to be, from my perspective, a girl knows right away who she's willing to
Man,
date
this
and
game is
who she's
crazy.
actually friend zoning. So in my opinion, if you're friend zone, I feel like it's pretty much close to impossible to get out of the friend zone. So if you're thinking, oh, potentially we might become romantically
It's a
involved,
wrap.
I think you're wasting your time.
Okay, but you get their friendship forever. So like, if you really like her that
What?
much, wouldn't you
I
want to be
think
in
a
her
guy
life
who's
forever?
romantically interested in you is not really interested in friend zone, or like,
Like,
having
right?
friendships with
If
you,
he's
because
that-
he's actually
It's
just wants to
different.
romantically date you.
I would
So-
disagree. There's a bunch of people in my Kick chat that would love to just like talk to me every day and be friends with me.
I would
Then
be
not-
careful because that's a parasocial relationship we're talking about. So,
But
I
isn't
feel
that what
like
friend
IRL
zone
is different.
is? Isn't friend zone just a parasocial relationship in real life? Kind of.
No,
I don't think the person that gets friend zoned should have all their eggs in one basket on this one girl.
I
But
agree.
like, if you have like you care about her, yeah, leave her in your life. But like, you do need to go out and pursue other people because
Well said.
she's clearly stating her boundaries and showing her boundaries, and so you should also like be aware
Oh
of
shit!
that.
There you go, right there.
I think well said. Yeah,
I
for
feel like
sure.
that's what the benefit would be from being friend zoned, is just not being with that girl then. Because then
How is
you-
that a benefit?
I would say because then you can go find someone that's actually gonna like, obviously she doesn't want
I get what
you.
you're saying,
You can go find
There's
somebody
no
that actually
benefit.
wants you, will
They
respect you,
trying
and
to
you won't have to wait in the friend
explain
zone
the
forever.
benefit,
If-
but that didn't.
Yeah,
That didn't
you're
sound
free
like a
now. Like
No,
you,
for sure,
there's
for sure.
no way
The benefit
that
is
you're
you're
gonna
free?
get in. So
No,
like,
yeah.
you are
Oh.
now like
I
lose
don't
that
think they
attraction and
understood
go
the
find
question.
somebody.
Here's one thing that I would come back to you with, though. I feel like if you're friend zoned, right, as a guy, you're romantically attracted to the girl, right? But she isn't
Daddy
interested in you
shit.
romantically. So what if she starts talking to you about her current boyfriends that she's dating,
Holy
the guys that
moly.
she's interested in, if she's flirts with other guys in front of you and stuff like that? Wouldn't that hurt you? And like, it kind of will bring your confidence level down? Because I've been in situations where I had a crush on a guy, but you know, he wasn't interested back in me or whatever, and like seeing him with other people kind of hurt me. And so I just
Right.
feel like in that case, it's better to actually
not
just
good.
split off and just try to pursue other ladies,
Yeah.
just so you're not wasting your time, you're not killing your
They're explaining that that's the benefit. All right, that makes sense. I guess.
confidence, you know.
Absolutely, I wouldn't
For
say
them.
friends. Honestly,
There you- yeah.
you're not my friend
Right,
anymore.
there
You
you
friends
go.
on me, but
Yeah.
actually we're just not friends anymore at all.
I kind of agree with that, yeah.
That's the better way to go.
What is the
So they eventually get it at the end. There's no benefit to being friend zoned by a girl.
I don't care how cute you are. Like,
we are.
if your personality is not there, it's not for me. Not for me.
Personality is huge.
well? I mean,
Yeah.
True.
Seriously.
I think that's the case. But I mean, would you agree that the looks have to be there
Oh, there's
to begin with?
Yes. No.
No.
Yes.
No.
I
Not
think
really.
anyone that
Because
says no is
I
lying.
guess
Stop the cap.
But like, no,
Yeah.
there has to be an initial
How big is
like
the-
attraction. There has to be an
I'm
initial
I'm
attraction.
like 100% a personality person.
I
You
am.
say that, okay?
No,
No,
my,
Wouldn't you
no.
find them
Say that.
attractive because of their
You say that.
personality?
Hold on, let me look up Alan here. Let's see. He's probably a Giga Chad. Hold on.
Right?
Listen, I'm not gonna lie though, like is a very large part of relationship, and like
You have to
I
be
didn't-
physically attracted.
I agree.
No, but like the thing is, like the
can't
dick can be
have-
so good that it just changes the game
It
on that.
does.
Like I'm not gonna lie.
That's a
Sex-
Giga Chad right there.
Sexual
He's a
compatibility
He's a
is
handsome
so
guy.
important.
He's a handsome guy. I mean, that first off, he's making a ridiculous face. That's not a fair. I'm sure he's a very handsome. I can't even find him on. Who am I? I don't know. Okay. In any case, Alan Zoka? No, it's not Alan Zoka.
No.
Okay, there's another Alan on Twitch apparently who I
He
can't
is
find.
ALAN.
Okay. ALAN. Okay. Well, in
I
any
didn't have
case,
it on auto.
I think attraction does play a role. Like, you know, if you don't find a guy attractive when he approaches you, sometimes you're kind of like, I kind of don't want to even talk to you. I feel like there has to be some sort of level of like, all right, you're kind of
right?
cute. Yeah.
Well, I just feel like you say you're a personality person, and so don't you find them attractive because of their personality?
100%.
then? So it's like
They build
So
that.
if there- it's
they
like-
build that all up for me.
It's like their personality just makes them even more attractive.
Exactly.
Because like I fall for guys who
Sure.
are funny, right?
Wait,
or
but
like
Well, of course.
But
of
I
course.
genuinely have this thing, and I looked it up, and I forget what the name of it is, and maybe you guys relate, where like I could see anyone could walk down the street, and my friends would literally be like, "Holy shit, that guy is so hot," and I'm like,
Not even like notice.
and then I get to know someone, I'm like, "Wow, he's so hot." What? Like,
or just has like attractive energy, like not like physical like sexiness, but just like he pulls you
I
in.
feel like
he's got that riz.
Right.
I feel like the physical attraction is good for like, okay, maybe I'll give this person a chance, but like personality plays a role in I want to
Sure.
actually like potentially date them. Like
Well,
it
yeah,
elevates
yes, of
it.
course.
Yeah, so I don't think you can necessarily completely avoid the physical attraction.
Yeah, but how many girls will ignore red flags if a guy is exceptionally attractive? Like you
Probably
often
too
get,
many.
like
Too many.
you'll see
You're
people who
literally
say,
talking about me right now.
well you'll see, for example, you'll see these either TikTok videos or you'll hear it from women themselves. And look, men do this too. But if he's over 6'3", like I'm gonna start ignoring red flags, like that type of shit. Like girls will overlook certain negative personality characteristics if a guy's exceptionally attractive, and certainly I think men will do that too. Like if a girl is really fucking hot, a lot of dudes, if the chick, if she's kind of bitchy or whatever, they might be like, yeah, she's kind of. I mean, I think that's. I don't think men should do that, but there are men out there who will disregard, so for example, say a woman who's kind of bitchy, they'll disregard that if she's really hot. They'll tolerate
for
it.
an unaware individual, yeah, for sure.
You could do that with personality too. Like, I don't mean to like talk my husband down because he's amazing and I love him to death. But like, you can overlook certain things physically too. My husband's 5'5". Like,
based. Wait, how tall are you?
I'm 5'3".
Okay, all right, 2 inch difference.
But I wear like 5. I'm literally wearing like 5-inch shoes.
Yeah, but he's like
he has king energy though.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like he's like a Giga Chad World of Warcraft player. So like, I mean, it makes sense.
He hasn't played WoW in forever.
It makes sense.
That doesn't define him.
Okay, fair enough. But you were saying that does apply to you. Like you'll ignore red flags if the guy's really attractive. And I mean, look, I think girls know if they're DTF when like almost immediately.
I think it's more so in my mind. I'm like, I can change him, even though I know that's like toxic and I shouldn't. That's my toxic trait. Is I feel like, oh, I can change him. But like, there's this one guy who took me out for Valentine's Day, and he literally told me, first date, I've broken up with every girl that I've ever dated, and my longest relationship was 6 months. And I was like, oh, okay. And I still, you know.
When's our second date?
Yeah, when's our second date? I had sex with him for like 2 months, and then he ended things with me, and I was like super sad about it. But I was like,
he told you,
you know.
But were you just like with him for sex, or were you like actually ready to date?
He like love bombed me. Like he was telling me, you know, I don't want to abandon you. Like I want to meet all your needs. I like you to the point where it scares me.
What kind of weird ass
blah,
shit
blah,
is that?
And I was like, oh, okay, bet. But then I should have known from the start because of what he said. So, yeah.
I don't know. I like just going back to the whole friend thing. I don't think that you're going to be able to friend your way into romance, into like turning a girl on or moving it into a romantic thing.
Yeah, there has to be a spark.
There's got to be a spark.
Yeah.
No, I feel like once you're friend zone, you won't be able to escape it. Sorry,
Sorry, repeat that. Repeat that.
I think if you're as a guy, if you're in a friend zone, you're gonna be stuck in a friend zone. I don't think you can actually. I think you're fucking done. Yeah, it's better to move on.
Something big would have to happen to get out of the friend
Exactly.
zone.
Yeah. So you have to be like friendly, but never get into a friend zone. If you're friend zone, you're fucked. You're done. You won't be able to actually move into a romantic relationship with the girl.
I disagree as well.
Look, it's
so circumstantial.
It's possible. Look, it's possible to get out of the friend zone. However, I think the practically speaking, it's better to just find another girl as a guy. Like it's just play the numbers game.
For sure, but it's not if the girl actually has like is an aware human being and actually has more substance to her than just what she looks like, then you can definitely friend zone isn't like but you have to have shit going on for you too, and you guys have to match up lifestyle wise, and there's more to it. But
sound like some bullshit to me.
I don't say friend zone. Like I friend someone only because I'm always traveling. Like I cannot. Like I could barely see you. You know what I mean? I probably will see you like once in 4 months. Like I can't be.
How much are you traveling?
I travel a lot, and I also run an international business. So
what's the business?
Right.
I run supermarkets throughout Asia. So
run supermarkets?
Yeah, I am a business girl. Damn. My whole family do it all
Asian
together.
countries? Vietnam?
Just throughout Asia, China, East Asia. Vietnam, yes.
Vietnam, Laos.
Yeah, all over there.
How's Thailand looking?
Yep.
Philippines?
Mhm.
Philippines?
All down there.
Are you the owner?
This is like a
Are you a
family
VP?
business, or like
Oh, it's your
my brother and I started it, and then we kind of branched it out to my parents, and then we all take care of it.
It's a
together.
supermarket? What is it?
Grocery stores or like
Grocery stores.
convenience
What do you guys
stores.
sell? Just food. Just it's like a normal.
Everything.
It's not like a niche like you import American food.
No, no, no.
Okay, it's not like okay.
It's specialty things.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so it's your family's business, or you said
That's
you and your
cool.
brother started it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why
But
we're
you're-
always
hold
so
on.
busy.
Just
That's
a question.
The
So
thing
you're
about me.
you're 23.
Like, hold on, let me find out.
And in your only, I mean, I don't know when you start. When did you start the business? 5 years ago, when you were 18.
Probably like 6 years ago.
So you were
Damn.
17.
Yeah, I was like right after skating. Yeah.
In a 6-year period, you've managed to build a multi-country. What's the term for that? A multi-country successful.
International.
All right, he's like, what am I supposed to say? On that note, y'all, I'm finna holler at y'all later, man. I got some other shit I gotta do. Yeah, I mean, it was cool for a minute. So, I holler though. Peace. I'm out.